Hi guys, today we're gonna make pizza. Stay cozy and let's get started. Hello. Today we're gonna make pizza. We have products that need to be eaten fast, and our favorite way to eat them is with pizza. We have pizza once a week. We're going to the cinema, and then when we come back, we have pizza. Ideal, right? Let us make the dough. The pizza dough is quite simple. I like my pizza dough to have a certain texture, and I like it to be thick. It's up to you. The only fancy thing that I want you to get to make pizza is a bread flour or pizza flour. It's a flour that it's a bit thicker than the normal, and once you knead it, it feels different on the hand. You can also use all-purpose flour. However, if you have the chance, please use a flour that is purposely just for pizza. Now, I also add semolina. Most of pastas and pizza have semolina in it. That's why I normally add semolina. So we add 400 grams of flour, 50 grams of semolina, one package, which is about 7 grams of yeast. You can also use fresh yeast, but I am not so knowledgeable and I don't have much experience with fresh yeast. So that's why I use dry one. And then you need 320 milliliters of warm water, not hot water. So I have here water that is hot. You can see it's also cold here, so don't let my sleeveless shirt fool you. It is cold in here. So we're gonna mix this hot water with cold water, and we're gonna need 320 milligrams. You also need salt, half a teaspoon of salt, and you need 1 tablespoon of sugar or molasses, whatever sweetener you have, because you need the yeast to eat it up more than just the flour. Okay, let's get started. Stay cozy. I will just add my hands. If I'm able to touch it, it means that the water is not extremely hot in order to kill the yeast. It's fine. I'm adding the salt to the water and the sugar as well, just so they can dissolve faster. You can knead the dough with your hands. However, because I'm lazy, I'm going to be using a hand mixer. If you are one of those God's chosen ones that have a KitchenAid, you can just pop everything in that bad boy and let it work on itself. You don't need to knead much. However, yeah, you still have some kneading to do. If you don't have any of these things, your hands are perfectly fine. I'll be adding then my semolina, 50 grams, and 400 grams of pizza dough flour or bread flour as you wish. With this flour, you can make calzone, you can make focaccia, you can make pizza, so it's up to you. And lastly, we're gonna add our yeast. It's time to knead. Easy. See, not a lot of kneading, however. It was much easier to do it with a machine. I'm gonna scoop the edges, and you might be thinking, Vanessa, in the beginning you did not mention olive oil. I know pizza has olive oil. Yes, I know you're correct. Let me walk you through it. So for me, the time to put the olive oil is once I'm ready to let the dough set, and that's now. You're going to need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can put a little bit more, a little bit less. It's up to you. If you don't want to put it at all, well, I don't know what to tell you. Go to therapy. Solve whatever issues you have with olive oil. I'm Portuguese. We eat a lot of olive oil. So, yeah. I'm kidding. Do whatever you want. From this point onwards, if you are on a time crunch, this dough will be done in 1 hour, in 90 minutes, 1 hour and a half, okay? And then you are ready to do it. However, if you plan on time, what I normally do, I let my dough first rise for 2 hours, and then I will separate it on the tray that I will be baking the pizza. I will stretch it, I will let it sit for another hour. Once that hour passes, then I add my toppings, I add the tomato sauce, whatever, on the pizza toppings. And then I always bake my pizza really high temperature. So the maximum temperature that the oven has for mine is 275. So I use 275 degrees Celsius and I bake my pizza for 12 minutes. That's it. That's the only way I can mimic the wooden oven, like the pizza stone oven that normally you can find in pizza restaurants. Please always preheat your oven. You already know that for my other recipes. However, for pizza, it's quite important. So I normally preheat my oven for 10 minutes before I even add it. So once I'm adding the toppings, the oven is on preheating. Now, because today is 4 degrees outside, and I also use this hack when I'm in a time crunch, I add a lid to my bowl and I'm gonna add the bowl to the microwave. Okay, microwave has a controlled temperature, so you can just stuck it inside and let it ferment or let it sit and let the yeast do his magic. Okay, so I'll close it. The microwave should be off. Just for the people in the back, okay? I know you are not slow. I just don't want you to fail. So that's it pretty much. Pizza done. The dough is done. Now it's just a waiting game and you can use whatever toppings you want. Easy. As you can see, the dough is quite thick now, so it's time for us to assemble, add our toppings, and cook this pizza. I've been to the gym, I've been to the cinema, it's currently 9 p.m. Your girl is tired. The oven has been preheating already for 10 minutes, so let's get started. This pizza is for Matt, so it will be a vegetarian pizza because Matt eats normal cheese. It's a gigantic pizza, and you better believe that man will eat everything. The first time I made pizza for him, I forgot to add the tomato paste. Oh no, tomato sauce. And let me tell you something, that man was not impressed. And he did think that I didn't know how to cook. I guess that was quite a bad moment for me. So let's add some mushrooms. We need some dried tomatoes, always a good idea. We like onions in this house, so some onions as well. And the smoked tofu that is almost like bacon. Match cheese, it's mozzarella. Its pizza is done. For my pizza, it's the same. The only difference, this is the vegan cheese I will be using for my pizza. Alright, this is always complicated. So open. And this is my dough. Slightly smaller, more petite and respectful. Sometimes I just like my pizza with tomatoes and then once it's cooked, I put the arugula on top. I'm not so much into toppings and whatnot, but well, we had these things that had to go. My pizza's ready as well. Now the pizza will be baking for 12 minutes at 250. Here we have a dirty martini because this day has been quite intense. On my dirty martini, I prefer capers and sometimes I even add jalapeno juice and I choose brine just to make it a little bit spicier. I do not prefer olives. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, this is my pizza. Because this is a vegan channel, I'm gonna show you Matt's pizza, but I'm gonna be looking at you sideways. I always use scissors to cut pizza. Sue me. I already put vegan cheese on pizza. What you gonna do? I thought so. But this is a kind of a good hack. Just saying. And it's kitchen scissors. Let's cut his pizza first because the man has been working non-stop today. And it's hot. Sorry. Do you wanna see the dough? Look at the dough. Thick, beautiful. I could have left it 2 more minutes, but I think this is the good texture and crispiness. Even if we have leftovers for tomorrow, it will not be like a dry pizza. This is his pizza, my pizza. Regarding toppings, you can do whatever you want because I'm not the topping police. Pineapple, if you want to put on your pizza, I don't care. First bite. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on my next video. Ciao.